In fact, we had a couple name. I was Nino Temi, it was Nino. I was Temi, it was Nino Temi. Nino plus Temi is equals to Nino Temi. Hey darlings, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Beauty Nane, and into this video we're going to be getting personal, like really personal. So before I proceed with this video, I know you guys are excited because we're getting personal. I would just like to say happy birthday to me in advance. October 31st is my birthday. Yes, Halloween day is my birthday. That's the time that my own mother felt that she should born me, on the day of Halloween. But anyways, I'm super excited in advance, and I'm just hoping and keeping my fingers crossed because I have a lot on my wish list for this year. I don't think I've ever had a wish list until this year, but I'm just praying to God that I get all the things I mentioned in my wish list. But anyways, happy birthday in advance to me and to every other of my subscriber that is celebrating their birthday on the 31st of October. Happy birthday in advance, guys, and I'm super excited to be birthday mates with you. Go Scorpio, go Scorpio. Just joking, I really don't do the horoscope. I've been a horoscope. I've been waiting that they call them. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a first time tag, telling you the first times I did some things. I decided to jump on this video because I saw the Deborah Booms. She did something similar, and trust me, I enjoyed it, and I just felt I've never really had this kind of thing on my channel, so why don't I just do it and let you guys know my first times. All right, so let's just jump right into it. You already know that I film with my phone, so I'm going to be reading the questions out, the tags out of my book, my notepad. So the first thing here says, first app you check in the morning. Well, the first app I check in the morning is WhatsApp. It was meant to be my Bible in 1 year by YouVersion. Yeah, I think YouVersion. But I've been struggling. You see, this Christianity journey, and I always open WhatsApp to check for what safe, because nobody basically texts me on WhatsApp except for my mommy. Yeah, to check for my mom's voice notes basically, because they're always like some gists and stuff. Then to check if maybe anybody has said I send your account number. I don't know. And from WhatsApp I go to YouTube to see if my subscribers count has increased, check how many subscribers I have, and thank you once again for 1K subscriber. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, my 1K family. Now we're like 1070 something. Monetization is coming soon because I'm pretty close to my watch hours already. But if you've not subscribed to my channel yet and you're already watching this video, kindly subscribe, join the family. Second question goes, my first makeup item. The very first one I was permitted to use was a wet lips, like we call it wet lips, or a lip gloss, what we call lip gloss. I don't know if wet lips is like the correct thing, but I know growing up I used to call it wet lips, the one on my lips. So yeah, that was like the very first makeup item I owned. My first celebrity crush. Ooh. So my first celebrity crush had to be P-Square. I don't know, up till now I don't know who is Peter, I don't know who is Paul. I shall know that the both of them look alike. At some point I was trying so hard to differentiate. I think one had dreads, one was on low cut, but I don't even know. I shall know that I was crushing on the both of them. And that was when they sang this song, it's your body, yeah. And then then they sang this one with Shola, Ijolo Rigogo, lyrics Lori Gog. Oh god, I was in love with that video. Then in the video, my dad had like a disc where they were always playing their videos. So they used to like sing every time, and I'll go in front of the TV and be whining my waist. Then when I was in secondary school, and I started to do that whining competition. I don't even know who said we can whine. Started to do twisting and whining, and it was always to P Square song. I really loved them. But when I heard it, I think they did one concert, and some girls were fainting when they saw them. I was like, oh, what did we carry? What are you throwing? It's just P Square. Then it just changed, and since that time, well, I'm no longer crushing on the two artists, but since that time, I don't think I've had any celebrity crush. It was my first mobile phone. I'm very sure a lot of us use Visa phone. Hey, I used like 2 or 3 different Visa phones. I like that game on it. There was this game we used to play on it. I think that was the only game that even came with the phone itself. Then the fact that you have to buy a Visa phone SIM to it. So my first mobile phone was Visa phone. So my first fear, my first fear had to be pankere cane. Oh my god, I chop beating. I don't know if it comes with being a firstborn. Maybe we firstborns, our parents used to use us and do rehearsal practice on how they will flog their children. And you know, first time parents now, if you want to flog your child, you don't know when to stop the flogging, or if you are flogging too much. I chop cane. Jesus, I know I received beating, and the reason why I was always being beaten was because I used to bedwet. Yes, I used to bedwet. Who doesn't used to bedwet? Yeah, I beg. I honed my shame in pace. I used to bedwet, and I didn't stop until like age 12. I was about to clock 12. I think I was in like GS2. So it was always annoying my mom that how can you be this grown and you will still be bedwetting. And while growing up, even up until now, I was like a spoiled child. So my dad is always like shielding me. Like when I bedwet finish, you just quickly wake me up. Hey, I want to change your clothes before your mommy will wake you up in the morning and see that you bedwetted. Then I'll now use dry clothes to cover that urine sac. But my mommy is always smelling it. I don't know why my urine was so conk. So she was always like, every morning if I should bedwet, the very first thing she doesn't even come to the room to say good morning, my child. She brings that cane. Meaning you've bedwetted again, and she begins to wipe me. Me and the cotton will be fighting together on top tier. Sometimes she was even going to like threaten that she's going to go to my school, take the foam that I bedwetted on, take it to my school. I'm going to show my friends and my principal that I'm still bedwetting. And me, I was already like almost getting to GS2, and big girl was already coming now. I shall one day, I don't even know how I stopped. I shall know I stopped. But my first fear was that pankere. Like anytime I wake up like this and I see Wiwi on the bed, I know it's over for me today. So yeah, my first fear was caniphobia, pankerephobia. Because even up to now when I say cane, I did fear, especially those fat long ones. Oh boy, I did fear. My first job. Well, since my mom had that makeup artistry skill, I decided to also jump on the skill, and I was learning basically how to do makeup, which was whack, guys. I did some really terrible makeups on people's faces. If you're watching this video and I did a terrible makeup on your face, I am extremely sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm better now. I'm really, really sorry. Because I was learning, and I got my first job, my first paid job on makeup work. Maybe I think it was like 2K or thereabouts, and it was like my colleagues in school, university, that had the makeup thing done. But if I'm to say like in the realistic manner, like me not being a makeup artist, I know my first job after school was with one HMO company. Yeah, I was a claims manager for them for a short while. So that was like my first paying job as an adult. You know, first thing I do every morning is to switch off my alarm. Nothing can be pretty annoying. Like really, it can be pretty annoying. And then I think one thing about iPhone alarm is that when you set I used to set, if I want to wake up by 6:30, I'll set from 5:50, 6 o'clock, 6:10, 6:20, 6:25, 6:30. So I feel like my alarm clock got used to that variation. So after that 6:30 has rung, that's when my phone will now decide to do 6:35, 6:40, 6:45, then you now be saying snooze in 3 minutes. Who sent you? I have woken up. It's 6:30 I want. So that thing is always like really annoying. But it helps sometimes, sha, because sometimes I don't used to wake up by that 6:30. It is all those 6:40 something that the phone is reminding me to wake up. That's when I actually wake up. My first ever boyfriend. Ha! Hey, who was my first ever boyfriend? You know, growing up I was a fine girl. I'm still a fine girl, but I was pretty in secondary school. So people were dying on my matter, you know. Anyway, my first ever boyfriend was in secondary school. I was in SS1, and I didn't even know that I had a huge crush on him until I saw him and until he asked me out. He was in SS3, I was in SS1, and he ended in tears. Yeah, he ended in tears. First time I was allowed to put on makeup. And first time I was allowed to put on makeup was like in SS2. Because like I said earlier, my mom was a makeup artist. So I did not do SS3. I wrote my JAMB and my WAEC in SS2 and I passed them. I aced the papers. So I didn't bother doing SS3. So when the SS3 sets were doing their graduation, and I decided to like also dress up as per me too, I'm graduating now. So I did like a full makeup, which was quite nasty, but was not bad. But I did like a full makeup to school, wear a crop top and one long trouser to go and use to collect gifts, because I was like best in some subjects. And so that was like the only time I know I did makeup. So that was like the first time my mom accepted that I should be doing makeup. My first YouTuber I subscribed to, the first YouTuber I subscribed to has to be one channel about knitting. Yeah, I can't remember the name, but it was one Oyinbo. She used to like teach how to I remember brunatically or something. I will try and put the name somewhere. That was like the first channel I subscribed to, because at that point I was trying to knit, I was trying to get some knitting styles, and I had to subscribe to her channel so I could learn more. My first love, let me say, was in secondary school. The boy that I dated in SS1, what's that his name? Abdulaziz Balao. I'm not going to say it's love. I'll just basically call it, is it affection? Love is affection. I don't want to call it love because I don't know, it was too early to be in love. But let me just say the first major relationship I had that I liked the boy so much was when I was in SS1, and it ended in tears. Yeah. First thing I do when I get home. But the first thing I do when I get home these days is to drop my bag, because I'm tired. Is that I drop my bag or I remove my shoes, like from the entrance. I'm already removing the bag from my shoulder, because why? You want to kill me? Or I'm already like removing my shoes. My first heartbreak. And I want to put this out there. Whatever happens to you in this life, don't ever go to Google to consult for a solution. Don't try it, because it's just going to compound things for you the more. So remember I said I dated a guy when I was in SS1. So now I got to school. Like I said, I was hot cake in school. Uncle Major rush, being dummy, you know. So I got to school, and boys in my class were crushing on me, SS1 boys. But the ones in SS3 had their eyes on me. It was so obvious, like really, really obvious. So out of the ones that were having eyes on me, even the ones that were like, you know, biggest boys of all, there was one that stood out. It was very tall. I was like extremely short beside this guy. I was very, very tall. We started talking, and all of a sudden he told me he had a crush on me. And I don't even know what got into me. Maybe it was the excitement of dating a bigger boy, SS3 boy. You know, you're in SS1, you're dating SS3 boy. People will have respect for you in school. That was how it was. I told him yes, started dating. So we dated for 8 months. All of a sudden they graduated. And then as they graduated, we're still dating, but we're not seeing as usual, like constantly seeing the way we used to. Then he decided to party. That was when all these bashes at Coco Dome. at Club XYZ in Ibadan. That was when all those bashes used to happen. Afternoon bashes, or not even night. They used to call them birthday bash. He was going for those parties, and there were a lot of girls over him. Girls would be twerking for him, dancing for him, and I think he enjoyed that party life so much that he now forgot that he had a serious relationship and his girlfriend was about to enter SS2. Then one day he just texted me and said that he cannot continue with the relationship, that because his elder sister said that he still have a long way to go and he is about to enter university, so the best thing for us is to break up. I was like, what? Break? Guys, I almost ran mad, because 8 months relationship where everybody in the school already knows us to be couple goals. We're like couple goals, like couple goals. In fact, we had a couple name. I was Nino Temi, he was Nino. I was Temi, it was Nino Temi. Nino plus Temi is equals to Nino Temi. I was the Nino Temi of the Nino Empire, because that's what they used to do there. So I was so furious, I was mad, I was devastated. So I called on to my best friend Dami that they've broken up with Nino Temi of the Nino Empire. I really don't know what the old Nino Nino me thing means. I don't know. I feel like it's an Italian word for boy and girl. I don't even. So I called my best friend this is what's going on. No, I mean, I don't know how to react again. What do? I was dripping kata from my nose. I was in the kitchen that day. I will never forget. I was inside the kitchen. I didn't know what to do. I was just pacing up and down. I was palpitating because boy broke my heart. Because boy say it's not doing again. Sorry, not even boy. Nino say it's not doing again. Isha came. My best friend came rushing down. If you've not seen a video with me and my best friend, it's currently on my channel. I'll put the link somewhere here, so you can get to know his personality and all. He's a good boy. So he came over and it was like trying to calm me down. Beauty, what do we do? You can't keep crying. Don't let your mommy see you this way. And those kind of heartbreak. Your mother must not see you, because how you want to explain yourself that the reason why you are crying and you refuse to wash plates is because boy broke your heart? Who sent you to be dating in SS1? So I had to keep it to myself. I cried all through the night. Actually, I went on Google. Google was saying a lot of things, but one positive thing that I held on to was, and since you just went through a heartbreak, then you need to be a better version of yourself. So things you've not been doing before, start to do them. And they made mention of exercising, and I used to exercise before. That's how I started to train my hips and my bum bum. On that day was the day I started to do exercises. I was dripping kata from my nose and I was doing squats. I will now tell Dami, like Dami now became my fitness coach. Dami that was not fit became my fitness coach. So whenever I do like squat, I'll do 10 and be asking Dami, so is my bum bum coming out? Do you think you will take me back? How do I look? It was so stupid. I can't even believe Dami and I did that. Like, what? We shall be teasing each other. Dami was like always counting for me. Beauty, you can do more. 10 is not enough. I'll do squats. I'll do abs exercise. I don't know why I was trying to develop abs. Then at that point was when BBM stuff was raining. So I was in like a board 5 or a board 6 then. So I realized that he was going to clubs more. Girls were twerking for him, and I wanted to like, you know, fill up that gap, be that kind of girl for him. Maybe he would take me back. So anytime me and my mommy go for weddings or we go out to a party, I'll make it look like I went on my own or I went with a friend, so you will know, this girl is already going out though, let me go back to her. I tried a lot of nonsense. I would pretend to be at a party. I was wearing short skirts. That was when I started wearing crop tops a lot, so that I would show my tummy, because the girls that were twerking for him in the club were big thick girls. So I wanted to be also thick, to have that thick yansh, thick everything. He did not come back home. So I now like later got used to the whole exercise thing, so I took it more serious. And then before I knew it, bum started to come out, hips started to develop. I was like, this is the only positive thing that came out of this heartbreak. That was like my first heartbreak, and I was meant to learn from that. I still chop another heartbreak again inside in the university, but that's like a gist for another time. I'm planning on doing like a story time on how things in the university went, how the bad and nasty decisions I made and how much I regret them, and what I did to restitute myself. So if you like want to hear that story, which is like hot gist, I feel like everybody that went to my school knows that gist, because it went viral in school. It wasn't even funny. It affected my self-esteem, affected my confidence. It was bad. But if you want to hear about it, I've moved on, so I can freely talk about it now. So if you want to hear about it, just give this video a thumbs up or make mention of it in the comment section. First person I text when something exciting happens, that has to be baby boy, because most of the exciting things that usually happen around me are always like on social media, and my parents will not be able to relate much because it's social media unless I begin to like break it down for them. So the very first person that hears about it is always baby boy, my boyfriend. It could have been my best friend, but he's busy in school, so it's my boyfriend. It's the first social media app I used. First social medium app that I used was to go. There were levels. Professional, amateur. You know those, I think there were 7 levels that had like different colors of stars. You know now. And I think I got to, was it master before, and I stopped using to go. Guy, it was like a competition. If anybody goes to your to go page and they see that someone is still an amateur, they'll just look at you and wash you off. Then you want to text each other, instead of saying what's up, we'll use XUP, XUP. Instead of saying I'm good, like type I'm good, you're going to put M and GUD equals to I'm good. So like to go was like the very first one. And anyways, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, because I really enjoyed filming it. All the gist, I didn't even know that I remembered some of the memories I just talked about. I didn't even know that they were still in my body. But if you enjoyed it, please share this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, make comments. I know that I mentioned a lot of things you guys can relate to, like a whole lot, so let me know which one you can relate to. Share this video to people that would like to hear gist like you, because I know that all of us here we are member. But just share this video and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll be seeing you in one of my other videos. Bye guys, I love you all so much. Bye guys.